We got the Worth Mach balanced 13.5-inch barrel ASA. This is a 27-ounce three-piece. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
This thing is not going to happen.
So I'm just going to get this one started by saying this one's BP Hero approved. Just going to save everybody that now. This is probably going to be my top ASA bat of the year. But with that part out of the way, let's get into a handful of the particulars that Brian didn't cover here. Big thanks goes out to Headbanger Sports for getting us a good price on this so we could check it out for you guys. Hit me up if you're interested in one of these, and I can get you some great pricing on that thing as well. The field that we're on here is the usual field you're used to seeing. It's basically 290 all the way around. We're hitting our mix of ASA 52 300 and Evil BP 52 plus balls. And this thing was brand new to get the day started. This thing had a very minimal break-in period. The 13.5-inch, the sweet spot on the 13.5-inch barrel was gargantuan. Like, I'm pretty sure I could have spun it around and tried hitting one with a handle and still found a way to hit the sweet spot. And you all know that I am an in-load fan, but something about a balanced bat sometimes just gets me in the right place, and like, I feel invincible swinging one, and this was no question in that category. I think it dwells down to a fact of the bat being weighted perfectly to where you can control it and basically never miss hit a softball with it. It's so easy to get barrel on every ball and still drive it extremely well. I could even hit for power with this thing if I wanted to, as you can see here towards the end of the video, once I kind of start getting loose and kind of start feeling myself here a little bit with this thing. But let's head over to the labs real quick, and then I'll blab about this thing a little bit more. On a scale, this one came in at 27.2. And on the compression tester side of things, burning in the wrapper, as you can see, it's coming in just a little bit below 1,500. And after we put about 75 swings on it, it did drop about 100 pounds. So if you need this thing to pass compression, I would say that this wouldn't be a bat for a ton of BP. But I also don't think that durability is going to be an issue with this either. It's just going to be a matter of, do you need it to pass compression or not? But I will say that it was pretty much gamer status from swing one. Alright, so listen, I don't hype bats all that often. I don't get hung up in the hype because I feel like that there are a lot of bats that can do the same job with a lot of different sets of specs. But every now and again, you run across that perfect bat that can do anything you ask it to, and it'll do that for just about anybody. And something about these balanced ASA Worth bats, it just checks every box. Absolutely every one of them. It's got the same inner tech that the Mach and stuff does, and it performs great. But like I said, it's something about the weighting and the specs and just how everything kind of comes together makes some of these bats just an absolutely foolproof thing. Like, I would suggest this bat to anybody. If anybody approached me and said, hey, I'm looking for an ASA bat, without even asking if they like balance or in-load, I would probably suggest one of these. Just on the basis of, I'm an in-load guy and I still feel like I can get by with this. Why that is, I don't know. That some balanced bats click with me very well. Like I said in the intro there a little bit, I think it is just a matter of never being able to miss a ball and still driving them well too. You can absolutely do no wrong with this bat, and I'm very surprised to see that not a lot of people are talking about this thing. I know that the Creature is basically the in-loaded model of this, and it is very good as well. I wish I could get a chance to get like a full review on one. I put a handful of swings on one, but it wasn't enough for any content, and the year is winding down, so I don't know that I'm going to get a chance to review on. But the Worth and Mach and ASA tech is great. And once you get it in the right set of specs as far as, you know, barrel size and sweet spot and loading and that kind of things goes, you literally can't screw up buying one of these things. I know I sound super full of praise and maybe somewhat biased, but I try and be fair and call them like I see them, and this is a no-brainer. If you're even on the fence about getting a bat, definitely check one of these out. If you are the guy that likes to control the ball and still have a little bit of pop behind your swing as well, whether it be speed through the infield, or there is the factor that you can't hit for distance with this. No, you're not going to hit with that big in-load distance like you normally would, but you'll have no issue getting out of the park with this thing if you do need to hit one out in a certain situation in a game. This thing isn't going to let you down. You're not going to have to go get an in-loaded bat out. They did a great job of setting this thing up to where it can do just about anything you want it to. Buy with confidence, no question about it. And bold statement here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this will probably end up being my favorite ASA bat for the year. But enough with the hype, enough with the praise. You get the picture. Pick one of these up and don't look back. So that's going to conclude the voiceover part of the video. I'm going to let you check the rest of it out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure and hit me up if you need one of these. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. Sweetheart, in case you hit it. BP Hero, catch you next time.
That was handled.
Still too hot. Okay.
I missed it though.
Down here. That's second fence, bro.
Did it go over?
Call him 2 fence.
Did it go over?
Yeah. Second one's louder.
Ah.
Oh shit.
I'm getting right behind the screen.
Watch out! Jesus Christ.
Boy, if that right fielder's not staying.
Bro. Wow. You're so dumb. You see that?
So get Greg a haircut.
If you ain't bought one yet, you probably should.